Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University Public Administration Semester 6 Elective paper on e-governance. In previous class, we have discussed about the what is e-governance, the origin of the e-governance system in India, and other aspects we have discussed. Now let me go to the third unit, third lesson, that is about the government process re-engineering. So in this lesson, as we discussed in the previous class, what is governance and what is government, and what is e-governance, and what is e-democracy also. So let we'll go to the third unit, e-government process. So in the re-engineering process, it is one of the new concepts. Whatever the principles we have in the governance process, we are going to change, reform, made the modifications. That is called re-engineering the government process. Whatever the existing principles we have, these principles once again change or modify is known as the re-engineering process. It is one of the part in the re-engineering process. So in the re-engineering process, public and private sectors, business process re-engineering, that is called BPR, principles have widely used in re-engineering government process. So whether it is a private, whether it is a public, we have to make the re-engineering process, reforming the system. So this has lead the government process re-engineering. So this re-engineering process is a instrumental reform to transform the public sector. So in public sector, to transform means changing one kind of position to another kind of position. In the transform, we need to say that one kind of position means what do you call, it's like one kind of developmental process, that is a transformation. Progress, that is a transformation. So in the traditional bureaucratic model to customer oriented or horizontal process model. So from the customer oriented process to it has changed as a bureaucratic model to customer oriented process. So this is a re-engineering. So in the government refers the information technology, the e-government refer that information technology. So what is the government process re-engineering? So government process re-engineering means the basic reason for the GPR, the first reason, misconception that e-government is the traditional government affairs. In fact, moved to the internet and it does not require a reorganization of the fundamental transformation of the traditional organization structure. So he says that is a misconception. So e-governance alone can do everything without reforming. So that is not right, he's telling that. Second one, the wrong belief is that e-government is the traditional government planned in the digital world. Another one, the e-government system means to make the computerized business flow of government information, which result in the lack of seamless integration and information sharing. So this is a first element in the government process re-engineering. So once again repeat, so the basic reasons for the advancements of GPR, government process re-engineering. First one, misconception about the e-government process, wrong belief in the e-government process. Third one, e-government system based on a computer flow of information, which lack of seamless integration. So these are the three reasons for the what do you call advancements of GPR system. Another one. So there are three main characters in the GPR system. Government process re-engineering. We have three reasons. First one is for the public with the business as a center. So this GPR system have the three basic characters. It will work with the public, with the business as a center. So this is a GPR model. Second one is existing boundaries across functional departments and their subordinates units. So this GPR, this government re-engineering process will existing the boundaries across the functional departments. Whatever the government organizations are functioning, in that it will exist. And in subordinate units also, అంటే సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే ఇది గవర్నమెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో చేస్తుంది, గవర్నమెంట్ యూనిట్స్లలో కూడా చేస్తుంది అని చెప్తుంది ఇక్కడ. గవర్నమెంట్ ఎక్కడైతే గవర్నమెంట్ పనిచేస్తుందో ఆ గవర్నమెంట్కి సంబంధించిన సబార్డినేట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ కూడా ఇది ఉంటది అని చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు అన్నమాట. సో ఇట్స్ ఫేసింగ్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ సిస్టమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ టు రీప్లేస్ ద ట్రెడిషనల్ గవర్నమెంట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ entities. So whatever the traditional government we have, it will replace it. So that's why we have the GPR system, which will try to help the modern society. In the GPR, these are the three characters, main characters which we have. So we can say that one in the construction of government departments for e-government, GPR is a very important. In the government re-engineering process, is in order to make full use of the characteristics of the electronic government. The existing government business departments set up according to function, whether it is the finance and their planning or industry or commerce or taxation or anything. So the handling of official business also should be parties to bid for each department. So this is the one element is here. So government re-engineering process is a self-transformation and innovation of the government to adopt the use of modern information technology to improve the government efficiency. So this is a basis for implementation of e-government. So the e-government developed the continuously with the government management system, innovation and technological innovations. So this GPR enables the government system to improve the government functions. We need to remember that. So these are the we have. So basically, the GPR enable the government system to improve the functions. What functions will be improved? First one, it will improve the functions first. Improve the citizen focus experience, minimize the process complexity, cost and service delivery time, increase the transparency level, reduce the administrative burden. So this is a what do you call GPR system helps to the government system. So next one, business process re-engineering. Just previously we had talked about government process re-engineering. Now we are talking about business process re-engineering. So the government process are processes in the government domain. The process of environment or a business system is a collection of process that take one or more inputs and create output that is a value to all stakeholders. The process and not functions drive on the organization. The processes are the key to satisfy the customers and stakeholders. So in the business process, we have the few characteristics. The first character of business process, in the process, it's a group of tasks. In the business process, a set of activities we have initiated by the event transformation, information, material, business committees, products are produce output. These all come under the business process. Then what is a government process? The government process is a set of performed by the government, that is initiated by an event, that is service request or event or the cause. So you can see the difference between BPR and GPR, business process re-engineering, government process re-engineering. So business process re-engineering, what we are saying here, business process re-engineering is a set of activities which are performed by the business. So this initiated is initiated by the an event, transform the information, material, business commitments, produces an output. This is the BPR. Then GPR, government process. Government process is nothing but it is activities performed by the government, that is initiated by an event. That event is called as a service request. That event or cause, service request or cause. Next one, transform the information, material or business commitments. So this comes under. So the premise of the GPR and BPR is to analyze the influence of development of information technology for business process. So it will help to restructuring and renovation of the process rather than the use of information technology to deal with the existing business process. That is a superficial reform, we can say that one. In additional business process, the same information should be carried out in different sectors of the storage, processing, and management. This contains a lot of repetitive work. Though the business process re-engineering, each process should be determined to gather information, then capture information at the source, and use of information technology to realize the information sharing in the whole process. That is the BPR and GPR. Then process of government re-engineering. The GPR requires the transformation from the traditional process of our traditional planned administration system to, in the during the administration process. Like we will go to the concept or process of GPR. GPR, first in the GPR process, we have many concepts we have. GPR requires a radical transformation of traditional planned administrative system formed during the administrative process to make the government more conform to e-government management and government services. Simple, transparent, and efficient. Objective requirements. This requires the establishment of unified government departments jobs specification. The implementation of e-government can be strengthened. The role as a servicer and the concept of service-oriented government. Effectively enhance the government's public servants' consciousness, providing better services for the taxpayers. So the traditional government model is taking the government as a center, and implementation of government will establish a citizen customer as a center of the management model. The public simply use of mouse to click the government portal and in a particular website to get the different services. So it will help for the enjoy the government more concentrate, more personalized services. The implementation of e-government helps to improve the speed and efficiency information transformation, optimizing the organizational structure of administration. This enhances the efficiency of the government communication and simply administration operational procedures. There are many works which comes under the what you call process of GPR. First one, service quality or service qualities are first point. The service quality is an important concept. to be kept in the mind while understanding GPR initiatives. Service quality comprises of the physical products, time, cost of getting services, customer experience, service delivery. A GPR exercise should identify the services quality parameters which are associated with the service being re-engineering and strive to improve those patterns. Then what are the service quality? First one is time. The time taken for completion of particular work by the citizen or the business people. So that is the first point, service delivery. Second point is cost. Cost is nothing but the money which was incurred to receive the services by the business people, by the citizens. That is the cost. Cost incurred by the government in delivery of services. This is very important. Another one, complexity. The number of forms to be filled, the amount of information to be provided, number of offices to be approached by the citizens or the business. So that is very complexity. But it is an online system is very easy telling that. Transparency, knowledge and process for delivery of services, delivery timelessness, status of services, request of the citizens and business. So this is a service. And citizen experience also will come under. Next, GPR have the different stages we have. So various stages GPR have it. So it says that the entire, I will give the one picture here, then you can understand how the GPR system can be flow here. So how the process will start, how the work will be goes here, we have. First GPR, it starts with the problem identification is the first one. In the stages, problem identification is the first one. Second one, define the vision, sorry. Define the vision and objectives. What is the vision? What is the objective? Next one, process study and documentation. So we need to do the process study and documentation. Next one, process analysis. So we have the documentation, we have the study. In what do we have to do with the process analysis? Next one, process re-engineering or redefining, which we have to choose it. And process implementation is a final one. So this all comes under the GPR process, business processing. There are many aspects which are come under in GPR implementation. So when we are doing the government process re-engineering, so first we will find out the problem. Second one, define the vision and objectives, and a process study we will do it. Process analysis we will do it. Re-engineer and implement we will do it. So when you are doing any changes in the administration, we may have the legal problems or legal aspects in this one. So in the legal aspects, we have many issues which are come under here. In the legal aspects, for example, any jurisdictions change, the organizational structural changes, statutory power change, this all comes under the legal aspects of GPR implementation. In any change process is usually derived from the underlying the legislation. So the changing process may require change to the legal framework to legalize the process changes and give them enough legal backing. Some of the legal changes in the GPR, first one I said, organizational structure changes. There is a change in the designation of the agency which are handled by the particular task and particular process. And jurisdictional changes. The services are the places of this which are come under the, we can call jurisdictional changes. And statutory power changes. Who is authority for delivering these one? How they are doing? This is one of the important one. So this all comes under here. Means the modifications which is based on the manuals and the guidelines, advisory statutory based laws, subordinate legislations, rules and regulations, codes, bylaws made by authorities, identify the delegation laws which are come under. Laws enacted by the parliament, state or union legislation or the constitution, this all comes under the easy of modifications. Next one, recognition of electronic transactions. So this is another important point. IT-based GPR, a legal recognition for the resulting IT-enabled process. These electronic transactions issue that rise the include the following the concepts. The first one is it is a legal recognition of electronic transactions, legal recognition of the electronic records, equivalence of electronic and manual signatures, electronic contracts. So this all comes under the recognition of electronic transactions. అంటే జీపీఆర్ గవర్నమెంట్ రీఇంజనీరింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం అంతా ఈ గవర్నెన్స్ సిస్టమ్ చేస్తాం అంటున్నాం. మరి దాని ద్వారా చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం కావాలి మనకు? లీగల్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ కావాలి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కి. ఎస్, నేను పలానా బ్యాంకులో డబ్బులు జమ చేసిన, లేదంటే ఫైన్ కిందనో ఇంకేదో లీగల్ గా ఏదో చేసినాం మనం. అంటే ఏదో పే చేసినాం, బ్యాంక్ పే చేయాల్సిందో లేకపోతే వాళ్ళకు మనం ఫైన్ కట్టాల్సిందో చేసినాం. సో దానికి ఆ ఆన్లైన్ చేసిన దానికి లీగల్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ ఉండాలని సింపుల్ గా. అండ్ లీగల్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ రికార్డ్స్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ గవర్నెన్స్ లో ఏం చెప్తాం మనం? ఆ పేపర్ ఆన్లైన్ తీసుకోవచ్చు అంటాం మనం. అందుకే దానికి ఏమంటాం? ఆన్లైన్ దానికి సిగ్నేచర్ అక్కర్లేదు, అది ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ దాంతోనే సిగ్నేచర్ వస్తుంది అంటారు. అంటే ఆ రికార్డ్ కి ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ సిగ్నేచర్ వస్తుంది, అంటే మాన్యువల్ సిగ్నేచర్స్ అక్కర్లేదు అన్నమాట. సో ఇది ఇట్లాంటివి కూడా కొన్ని ఉంటాయి. సో రికగ్నిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ ఇవి అనమాట. మరి ఇండియాలో వీటిని గుర్తించడానికి ఏం చేయాలి? సో ఇన్ ఇండియా సచ్ లీగల్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ ఇస్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై ది బట్ ఫ్యూ లాస్. ద లాస్ ఆర్ ఫస్ట్ ఐటీ యాక్ట్. దీన్ని మనం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ యాక్ట్ 2000 యాక్ట్ అంటాం. దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఐటీ యాక్ట్. ఇదే యాక్ట్ ను మళ్ళీ అమెండ్ చేసినాం మనం, దాన్ని మనం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ యాక్ట్ అమెండ్మెంట్ 2008 అంటాం. తర్వాత రూల్స్ అండర్ ఐటీ యాక్ట్ కదా వస్తుంది. ఈ మధ్యలో 2023 యాక్ట్ కూడా ఐటీ యాక్ట్ రిఫార్మ్స్ వచ్చినాయి దీనిలో, అది కూడా గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. సో ప్రీ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫర్ ది సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఆఫ్ జీపీఆర్. సో ఇవన్నీ ఈ లాస్ అన్ని ఉంటాయి అని చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద ప్రీ రిక్విజిటీస్ ఆఫ్ సక్సెస్ ఆఫ్ జీపీఆర్? మరి జీపీఆర్ గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రాసెస్ రీఇంజనీరింగ్ లో ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ పెట్టాలంటున్నాం మనము, మాన్యువల్ అవసరం లేదు అంటున్నాం, సిగ్నేచర్ అవసరం లేదు, లీగల్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ ఉంటుంది వీటికి అంటున్నాం. సో మరి ఇది సక్సెస్ ఎట్లయితుంది? ద రీఇంజనీరింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ కెన్ బి సక్సెస్ whenever it is successfully implement the following the prerequisites. First one is innovativeness is important. Innovativeness in thinking and coming up with the solutions rather than replacing the manual system. That is the first one. Second one, transformational. Transformational, which brings about the drastic improvement in the quality of services. That is the transformation. Then rational data requires. Sometimes we will get the required data, rare cases. So this data is important for that. Hence, the justifiable data should be asked. ఏదైతే డేటా అవసరమో మనకు అదే డేటా అనేది ఉండాలి. దెన్ అనదర్ వన్, యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ డేటా ఎఫిషియెంట్లీ. Sometimes we have the information is already available with the government, like data of birth, which can be done away with it. So differentiate between a government rule and procedure, also one of the important one. So this all comes under the GPR stages which we have here. So in examination point of view, GPR and BPR is one of the important one. So GPR is a major redesigning of business process to achieve the improvements in the various measures performance, such as in cost, quality services, speed. That is GPR. In the GPR, evolved from the applying business process re-engineering concept to the government services. GPR may address all or some services quality attributes identified by the government. To construct the government system, re-engineering the government business process is a must. All the business process re-engineering comes from the business world. He's telling that. So the implementation of e-government cannot simply be existing business office procedures wholly intact moved to the internet, but the innovation of traditional work mode, work method, work means is important. The government process re-engineering requires to speed up the construction of e-government system. This is a very important one here. So in model questions, they will ask the question, discuss the process of government process re-engineering, that is a GPR. Describe the legal aspects of government process re-engineering implementation. So GR legal aspects. And what are the stages of government process re-engineering, that is a GPR. And what are the difference between business process re-engineering and government process re-engineering. So this is important 3-4 areas we need to focus on that. Next, another topic, geographical information system. Dear learners, we are all aware about the uh, GIS system, means geographical information system. If person wants to go to somewhere, simply they can use the GPS system. The purpose of this unit helps to the understand the what is the GIS system, how it will help in the decision making process, and what is the process in the Digital India program to ensure easy, effective, and economical governance. So that is important of this lesson. So with the advent of information technology around the world, the people are using the information technology in the different sectors. So this has opened the several new vistas of applications for daily needs of the civil society. One of the important element of the information technology, that is a geographical information technology. So it is rapidly become a catalyst for the several transformational changes all over the world, mainly in the natural resource management, planning, decision making, governance, and citizen engagement services. So the GIS, one of the important to better utilization of resources. The computerization of geographical maps provide a powerful way to present and identify many types of spatial relationships. So this type of data presentation, visual, goes through software called the geographical information system. The basis for the e-governance is a fusion in the information, which communicates the technology supporting this one. So GIS represents a powerful technology which can address the information needs of public sector decision makers, managers, analysts, and employees to deliver the services. GIS combines computer hardware and software with a geographical reference data, that is data are tagged or identified by the locations coordination. So this is available information about the geographical location of data. GIS allows the data in mapped and analyze the using of geographical techniques here. Some experts says that 80% of government information contain about the people and the different places with reference to the specific locations. So the joining computerized data with a GIS software provides a way to sort, collect, and map out large amount of data, visual access, a spatial relationship with the among the various data sets. So GIS uses computer maps. That maps perhaps are a fundamental to society as a language and a written word. They are preeminent means of recording or communicating information about the location of the particular place. The maps gain the value of the three ways. First one is as a way of recording and storing information. First one, GIS. Second one, as a means of analyzing location. మనం జనరల్గా లొకేషన్ అనే దానికోసం మనం వాడుతూ ఉంటాం. So next one, as a method of presenting information and communication findings. So actually this GIS is a pioneered in 1960s and the government and university researcher in developed countries. So it is represents the earth geography using a computer database, displays it on a computer terminal and plot in on a paper. So this is a GIS. GIS has brought advance in the ability to model geographical through create the computer maps is here. If you want to see any place, any street, anything in the GIS, we can check it. That is a GIS. The functioning of GIS system is one of the important. So geocoding is a fundamental of this one. So functioning of geographical information system. If you are in particular place, you can get that place through the GIS. On the base of that, you can go easily. Nowadays, on transport and other things, we are using the GIS system. What are the characters of GIS? GIS have the few characters. First one, geographic. Next one, information and system. Three elements we have. Geographic. The system is concerned with the data related to the geographical scales of measurement. The information. The information is a database which related to the extraction of the specific and meaningful information for the particular aspect. And the system. System is the environment which allows the data to be managed and questions to be posed. So the geomatics and e-governance. The geomatics refers that the methods and techniques used to collect. That is the geomatics. For the distribute, for the store, for the analysis purpose, the present geographic data. Geomatic is a field of geographic information system. The global positioning system, GPS, hydrography, mapping photometry, remote sensing, surveying, all will be used in this one. So geomatics includes all aspects of geo-referred data, that is the acquisition, integration, decision support, and dissemination all will come on. So geometric address the vital elements in any information system. Geographic measurement, geo accounting, spatial analysis will also come under here. So in the local government, city planners will use the maps for the development plans. Engineers needs information and utilities to the forecast, how service, new colony will affect overall services. These type of things will be there. So another thing is here, GIS in public sector. How GIS will be help in the public sector? So GIS and decision making. GIS, how it helps the decision making? Problem orientation, formulation of solution, policy adoption, implementation, and evaluation. GIS in the public sector, it's a national and state and local level agencies with the government planners and analysis confronted with the policy problems to increasingly hastening the computer mapping analysis capacities. So GIS in public sector, we can use it in any government organization. How it is helping to the people, we can say it here. So this GIS system in government of India started with the Bharat map. The Bharat map GIS platform established by the National Informatics Center, that is a NIC, using that NICAMS service has been revamped by the Bharat Maps. So it is a India developed tool. So this Bharat Map, how it will works. So the Bharat Maps was established by the Information Center. Bharat Maps, it depicts the core foundation data integrated with the multi-scale, multi-resolution, base map services, etc., etc. So this GIS services from the NIC, I mean National Information Service, are based services on oriented framework, leveraging the multi-layer, multi-scale, multi-resolution with the GIS data. So the Department of Ministry, Sanitation Drinking Water for SBM, using this one GIS system, and Ministry of Urban Development and Ministry of Rural Development, Ministry of Health Scheme, Management Information System, they are using widely for the multiple purpose. So you can see that one here, how it will help. See, this is a one example for the Bharat Digital India program. Bharat Map multi-level this one multi-layer GIS framework, we can see that. So in Delhi, for example, in the map, you can check it. Delhi, terra-based map, service lasering, shade relief images. So how it will there, in the house, the longitude, latitude, what area we have, what resources we have, we can check it in the website in the Bharat map. So this GIS system will help. So actually, this is developed by the National Information Center. So GIS in public sector use to control the data technology, institutions are the agencies, ability to misuse of GIS through the laying with the maps, public participation in GIS data analysis, confidentiality and privacy issues, and public geographic literature among these one. So these are the important of these one. So public participation in the GIS, confidential data, all will come under here. The factor for the success of geo enabling in the e-governance. So simple, we can say that one. What is the GIS use here actually? సో ఎట్లా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది అంటే ఒక ప్లేస్ లో ఉన్నదాన్ని మనం ఎక్కడ చూసి ఏ విధంగా చేయవచ్చు అనే దాన్ని ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు అనమాట. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ ది నేషనల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సెంటర్ విత్ ద భారత్ మ్యాప్స్ అనమాట. అంటే దీని ద్వారా ఏంటిది మనకు ఎక్కడ ఏ ప్లేస్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉంది లొకేషన్ లో ఏ రూట్ లో వెళ్ళొచ్చు అనేది కంప్లీట్ గా ఇది షార్ట్ లైట్ ద్వారా మనకు చూపిస్తున్నటువంటిది నేషనల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సెంటర్ వాళ్ళు డెవలప్ చేసింది. సో దీన్ని భారత్ మ్యాప్స్ ద్వారా ద డిజిటల్ ఇండియా కింద మనకు చూపిస్తున్నటువంటిది అనమాట. సో దీని ద్వారా మనం ఏంటిది రూట్స్ కానీ ఏదైనా మనం ఇక్కడ మినరల్స్ కానీ ఏవైనా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా కూడా మనం దీని ద్వారా ఈజీగా మనం తెలుసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. సో ఇదే భారత్ మ్యాప్ అన్నమాట. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ ది జిఏఎస్, జియోగ్రఫికల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్ అన్నమాట. సో మనల్ని ఎండింగ్ లో వాట్ ఈస్ జిఏఎస్? జిఏఎస్ అంటే జియోగ్రఫికల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్ which was emerged in 1970s to become the significant decision making tool in the capabilities have been enhanced. So this GIS application, the discussion in the various GIS applications. GIS applications provide the benefits to the basic level efficiency purpose, planning, and data applications and different things is here. In policy level, GIS implementation needs assessment, project planning, access to the public records, liability issues, public and private partnerships also we have discussed here. The systematic and decentralization institutions set up for this one to implement the జిఏఎస్ సిస్టమ్ అని చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు ఇక్కడ. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ ది జిఏఎస్ అనమాట. సో మనల్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ కొన్ని మోడల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బాగా గుర్తుంచుకోండి. ఇక్కడ కూడా మళ్ళీ అదే అడుగుతున్నాడు, వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ జిఐఎస్, అది గుర్తుంచుకోండి. వాట్ ఈస్ జిఐఎస్? జిఐఎస్ అంటే ఏంటిది? వాట్ ఆర్ ద యూజెస్ ఆఫ్ జిఐఎస్? వాట్ యు నో అబౌట్ భారత్ మ్యాప్? భారత్ మ్యాప్ గురించి నీకేం తెలుసును అంటాడు. సో ఇవన్నీ బాగా గుర్తుంచుకోవాలండి. జిఐఎస్ యూజెస్ విత్ ద జిఐఎస్, జిఐఎస్ అండ్ డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ ప్రాసెస్, ఇవి గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ జియో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్? ఇవో 3 క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఉంటాయి, జియోగ్రాఫిక్, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండ్ సిస్టమ్. తర్వాత వాట్ ఈస్ జిఐఎస్? ఫస్ట్ నుంచి వస్తుంది మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి. జియోగ్రఫీలో ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నటువంటి కూడా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. వీటి సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్ జిఐఎస్ లో వీటి మీద మన షార్ట్ ఆన్సర్ అడిగే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. పబ్లిక్ సెక్టర్ లో ఇది ఎట్లా యూజ్ అవుతుంది అనేది కూడా అడుగుతా ఉంటాడు. మళ్ళీ మనం ప్రీవియస్ లెసన్ చదువుకున్న దానిలో జిపిఆర్ లో, డిపిఆర్ లో ఎలాంటి ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది కూడా అడుగుతూ ఉంటాడు. మనం దీన్ని కూడా గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. సో విత్ దిస్ వీ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ దిస్ జిఐఎస్ సిస్టమ్ ఆల్సో. నెక్స్ట్ బ్లాక్ 3 లో మనం ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్ సిస్టమ్ గురించి తెలుసుకుంటాం. సో 5th యూనిట్ ల్యాండ్, ఎన్ఎల్ఆర్ఎంపి అంటాం మనం దాన్ని, ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్. తర్వాత ఈ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్, తర్వాత కామన్ సర్వీస్ సెంటర్స్ గురించి మనం తెలుసుకుందాం. అంటే ఇప్పుడు తెలంగాణలో కూడా స్టార్ట్ అయింది, మనందరికీ తెలిసిందే, భూభారతి లాగా. సో ఇది కూడా ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ అనమాట. ఎన్ఎల్ఆర్ఎంపి అంటారు దీన్ని. మనం అంటే నేషనల్ ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ మోడర్నైజేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అన్నమాట. ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ మనం కంప్యూటరైజ్ చేయడం, రికార్డ్ మోడర్నైజేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కింద పెట్టడం. సో దాన్ని మనం ఎన్ఎల్ఆర్ఎంపి అంటాం మనం.